Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit SCEducationLottery.com.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
People have like something unusual about them. I think that's attractive because you find yourself looking twice at them anyway.
Yeah, I think the teeth thing one is one that I've seen on TikTok, and it's like montages of people who have like not the perfect like veneer teeth. They just are a little different.
Something crooked.
Like Sabrina Carpenter's teeth, like they're kind of flat in the front, and they kind of go in, and people are like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. It makes her look like a real human, you know?
And think about feet. Kyle's got great feet, and she has a birthmark.
Yeah.
The birthmark is on the list, but no one has seen the birthmark.
Hottie.
Nobody has seen. You got two things on this, and you don't read. Oh.
I don't read.
Reading's actually on this list. I just saw it. There's a lot of other things on this list. Call us at 877-937-1047. What is something odd that you find attractive? We'll talk to you next. John, Jane, Rich. 877-937-1047. We're going over like something odd that you find attractive. There's something on this list I didn't get to that I got to bring up that is so true and interesting. Lee, what's something odd that you find attractive?
So I find it attractive when somebody knows how to drive a stick shift.
There's not a lot of people out there anymore. It's like the same thing as like finding someone attractive that can change a tire. There's not a lot of men out there that do that anymore.
Well, the thing about the stick shift is that there's not a lot of those around. Do you know, this is funny you bring this up. Do you know how many times on the Unfugged Foot account I get people asking if Kyle could drive barefoot a stick shift?
Oh, really?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know where you find one of those.
I can't drive a stick shift with my hand, let alone my foot.
Right. Well, no. I think they want to see you hit the clutch and do whatever, and then whatever, you know?
Yeah, I could fake it, but then I would probably ruin that car.
All right, Leah, thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
Aisa, what's something weird that you find attractive or different?
So my weird quality is the when a man is like a good handyman. So when they bring out the drill, if they have a tool belt, that's even hotter.
Yep, I feel that.
All right, thanks, Aisa. One of the ones on this list is people with good posture. That's so nice. Casey, what's something odd that you find attractive?
Ears, the physical ear.
Oh,
interesting.
Do you like them big or little?
Yeah. I mean, I like a happy medium, and if you have like big lobes or like detached lobes, I can't hang.
So that's kind of a turn off.
That's there is something for everybody there, man. You never heard of an ear.
And if they like stick out at the top and they like clearly should have been pinned back as a baby, like I'm just like, I'm sorry that didn't happen for you, but we can't be together.
So you've met somebody that you've been into, but their ears were the deal killer?
Yeah. Wow. Absolutely. Oh, and they have to be clean too. They do have to be like clean on the inside. Like if you don't clean your ears and you have nasty earwax, no.
Okay, hold on. I don't want you to hang up, but hold on. Rich, how do you conference Casey with line one with Charmin?
Gotcha.
Okay, hold on. Charmin, say hi to Casey. I think you guys have the same thing. What is your thing, Charmin?
Earlobes. I love earlobes that you can kiss or you can play with, or I just love earlobes.
She's the other way.
I'm really attracted to those.
Cringe. No.
Cringe.
Oh my God.
Oh, they're so like I don't know what it is about them, but they're so attractive. I just love them. And that could be.
Driving. All right.
I have detached earlobes. I think that might be why I like thick earlobes.
See, this is what the election debate should be like, discussing things like this. Earlobes, hot or not?
All right, thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Very hot. Okay.
Shay,
Wow.
what's something odd you find attractive?
Okay, so when I first met my boyfriend, he read to me too, like out loud, and he has a little bit of a speech impediment and like a lisp, but I thought it was so sexy the way he was like stumbling through the words. I don't know what it was, and I told him about it, and we like laughed about it.
Oh,
So you think bad readers are hot?
that's kind of sweet.
Sarah.
I think it's really hot when a guy talks out the side of his mouth, like Gerard Butler kind of way.
What?
I know what you're saying about Gerard Butler. He's got a...
Yes. I'm trying to tell you about the ENT, Dr. Homan, that talks out of the side of his mouth, and you guys haven't noticed it.
I've seen you make that face plenty of times.
I might have an ear infection.
Okay, not like that.
Okay, might have an ear infection, Jay.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Desiree, what is something odd that you find attractive in somebody?
I love when they have nice manly hands.
Manly hands. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
My mom used to pet my hands. Like, and she'd touch them and she'd go, Mijito, you have such nice hands because you don't really ever do anything. Like, I never had calluses. I don't
You
carried that tradition
I
on.
have soft female hands.
That's actually something that I notice pretty often. If like I were to like hold someone's hand or like touch their hand, I'd be like, "Dang, you got really soft hands." Which I'm taking over calloused, gross hands any day. But that's just me. I know other people are different.
I also like when guys have good eyebrows because I know how hard women work on them, and I know majority of them don't really do anything to them, and when they have nice eyebrows, it's like, wow.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of annoying though? And then when they have really good lashes too, and you're like, do you know how much money I spent on getting my eyelashes and eyebrows done? And you're just perfect. So annoying.
I know. I totally agree with you, girl.
You know what I think is odd that I find attractive? Like, there was this guy I worked with, and he was dating a girl that was cute. She was pretty. And they were at a Christmas party, and she was drinking, and she started singing and dancing to whatever song the DJ was playing, and she immediately went from like a 5 to like a 9. You know, when she knows...
Because she was dancing?
But because she knew the words, she was singing the song. There was just something about... I don't know. I can't explain it. Just like I said,
groove is good.
it's like earlobes. I can't explain it. It was like they were singing the song, and she was dancing, and I was like, wow. Good for you, sir, to my friend.
For you.
Anyway, if you have any other ones, shoot us a call, 877-937-1047, or DM at John J. Van Ness. It's John J. and Rich. Peyton Whitmore, what's the vibe for horoscopes today?
Well, today is National Just Because Day, so I'm going to tell you what you should do today just because.
Text us. Text JJ on your message to 96893. Good morning, Shannon. What was your text?
That I called and you answered and I accidentally hung up.
And what were you calling for?
My horoscope.
What's your sign?
I am a Cancer.
Well, let's do it. You want us to read your sign?
Yes, please.
Okay. Peyton, you got Cancer there?
Yeah, so Cancer, it's National Just Because Day. So for my Cancers, just buy a bunch of flowers or cook up something fancy for dinner. And just because you feel like spreading love, that's why you should do it. You're basically the Hallmark card of the Zodiac today, Cancers.
Zoe, what's your sign?
A Virgo.
Okay, just like John Jay. All right, Zoe, this is what you got to do today for Just Because Day. Organize your sock drawer, clean out your phone gallery just because it's been bothering you, and find joy in the little things. Today is the perfect excuse to satisfy your inner neat freak. So go and clean your room today, Zoe.
Okay.
Have a great day, Virgo.
She's like, okay.
You're like,
What's up,
fine.
Juan? Juan, what's your sign?
Hey, I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorns, for National Just Because Day, set a random goal, like learning how to juggle or something. I don't know. Do it just because you can. You're secretly loving that idea of a challenge with no purpose other than to prove that you can just do it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks,
Well,
Juan.
no problem. Grant's a Capricorn, too, so I feel like just because, Grant, you should really start to get...
Guys, I'm going to take off. I got to learn to juggle. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
That would be a nice thing to add to your repertoire.
I would think that you would know how to juggle
I
already.
know.
I do know how to juggle.
Okay.
Guys. No big deal. No big deal.
You didn't have a job at a circus? That's the one place he hasn't had a job.
No, not yet. Be optimistic, guys.
He's going to do it just because it's National Just Because Day.
Good morning, Brienne. What's your sign?
Good morning, Aries.
Okay, Aries, today is your day to just say why not to every impulse. Buy that random thing on Amazon. Start a new hobby just because. No one can stop you when you are in full send mode.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. What about for Kyle Libra?
Kyle, my Libra, compliment a stranger today or buy your friend a coffee just because. Spreading good vibes is your thing. Balance is key, and today it's all about making someone else's day brighter. No reason required.
Ooh, I love that one.
Yeah,
I'm going to do all of the above.
Please do. Go have your love up moment. I'm here for it today.
Yeah.
How about for Rich the Pisces?
Rich, my Pisces, you need to go write a random poem or just paint something abstract just because it feels right, Rich. Your creativity is off the charts today, and honestly, who needs a reason to express himself? Not you.
That's right. Gonna make it happen. Gonna write poems.
You better, because I said so.
What about for you, painting Leos?
Leos, just post that fire selfie for no reason other than to remind everybody that we are the main character. We are vibing with the idea that life doesn't need a reason to be fabulous. It just is.
All right. And the vibe was National Just Because Day.
Yeah.
Victor, is it? You are not going to believe this. What?
Today is National Just Because Day.
I believe it.
National Just Because Day.
Just because. Just because.
Just because.
Just because. Say what? What does that even mean?
Today is the day to do things without rhyme or reason. What? Just because of that?
Just because of that.
Happy National Just Because Day.
So if we missed your sign, you can get it on our website, johnjayandrich.com. It's now time for Stacks and Hacks. I have stacks of information. Rich has life hacks of information. According to a new survey, a lot of Americans dabble in hoarding. Kyle Unfug. Half of us say we have at least one room in our house that is unsalvageable due to all the clutter. Kyle, don't you have a lot of stuff going on in the trunk of your car right now?
I did. I've been driving around. My trunk's absolutely full of clothes and old backpacks and stuff to donate. And every day, I'm like, today's the day. I'm going to drop these off. And I think probably a month and a half has gone by. And I'm like, guess today wasn't the day. And then over the weekend, it was the day.
And where'd you go?
It was so satisfying. I was actually picking up pizzas at Little Caesars for my kids. And I realized, oh my gosh, there's a Goodwill right in the same parking lot. Like if I don't make it happen right now, it's never happening. And I did it. I was so proud of myself. So now my trunk is empty.
According to another survey, 9% of mothers admit that they've regretted the name they gave their kid. 10% say it just doesn't fit their personality.
That was Kylie Jenner when she renamed her kid two times.
That's right.
I know one person that did that. Didn't rename, but just was bummed they named their kid what they named their kid. Lamborghini is releasing a new baby stroller. It'll be out next year. No word on how much it'll cost, but please, that's crazy. Amazon is denying a rumor that they're banning their delivery drivers from singing along to the radio because it distracts them and negatively impacts their driving safety. And the reason they're doing that is because this video went viral of an Amazon driver having a good time.
Something else that these vehicles have is the in-vehicle camera safety technology. It's looking to make sure that you're driving safely.
My daddy was a family-based man. My mama was an engineer. And I was born.
So they say, no, you can't do that. It's
That's
not safe.
sad.
That's very lame. 53-year-old man in Florida was driving around in his souped-up Dodge Charger when another guy went up to him and said, hey, that's a really cool ride. And the guy got out of the car and punched him in the face.
Wow.
He thought maybe that it was... In fact, here's part of that little argument.
You want to clap? You big tough guy? I'm trying to tell you, nice car, bro. I like your car. You better pay attention.
Then he punched him in the face.
Whoa.
Someone in Arizona sneezed in the shower and a piece of a Lego that's been lodged in their nose for 25 years flew out.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
I was in the shower, and my doctor has told me that with the dry, hot summer months, it's really helpful to blow your nose while you're in the shower. So I've been regularly doing this for the last 6 months or so. Today, I was blowing my nose in the shower, and lo and behold, I blew out a Lego dot that has been in my nose for at least 26 years.
Those people from Arizona, man.
It still sounds pretty stuffy, don't they?
Peanut butter and jelly M&Ms are expected to launch pretty soon. Scientists have discovered a common food dye found in Doritos can turn a living mouse's skin transparent.
Cool.
Which probably isn't good.
Yeah.
The top holiday travel destinations for Thanksgiving. What do you think is number one?
New York City.
Nope. That's number 3.
To your mom's house.
Wow. Cancun is number 2. Number 1 is Orlando. Disney World, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
Okay, so I tried this the last 2 nights, and I'm pretty sure it works because I fell asleep too fast to count how fast I fell asleep. It's a military hack for falling asleep because in the military, they got to fall asleep in the middle of some pretty loud war zones, truly, and a lot of noises distract people from going to sleep. So here is the military secret to fall asleep. I tried it the last few nights and went to sleep so quick that I'm just sure it works. So here's what you do. You have to relax your entire body, starting from your head, moving down to your toes, specifically in that order, like unclench your jaw, let your shoulders go limp. Sounds kind of like the end of yoga class when they tell you to totally relax in Savasana. Let your arms feel weightlessness, and then you take some deep breaths, loosen the muscles in your legs and feet, and then you just focus on counting your breaths. 1, 2, probably slower than that, and you will drift off into dreamland in about 2 minutes. I've tried it. It totally works. For those instructions, you need just go to our website, which is johnjandrich.com.
I got a DM from Sonia, and she had a pretty interesting question about the history of the show, something from a long time ago. And I said, Sonia, jump on the air and ask us. Good morning, Sonia.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you?
So you needed proof of something to prove to your coworkers, right?
Yeah, so yesterday, do you want me to share with you how it started?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were just having a conversation, kind of weird conversation, but we were talking about like BBLs and Brazilian wax. And one of my coworkers was like, well, what does BBL stand for? So we're like, well, it's Brazilian butt lift. And then the other coworker says, well, what is a Brazilian wax? And I was like, well, that's easy. It's wax that they get from Brazil. So to me, I was like, man, that was such a GN moment. And they're like, GN, what do you mean? So I started explaining to them, like, you guys used to have a show where you would, like, GN would say the most random things. And that's what I felt like yesterday. So I'm trying to explain to them the show, and they're like, no, we think you're making this up. So I'm like, no, I'm going to text John Jay, and if he answers, you guys watch.
All right, so Peyton looks confused. What are you confused about, Peyton?
GN?
Yeah, like GNZ, Gen Z. Gen X.
Oh,
no, I'm just
okay.
kidding. There was we had a girl. We had someone on our show. She was an intern. Kyle, were you here? Did you ever meet her?
No.
So it was before Kyle joined the show when? 07?
2008.
2008. You're a long-time listener, aren't you, Sonia?
I am, 100%.
So she was an intern on the show. She just graduated from the University of Arizona. Her name was GN. The letter G, the letter N. GN. And she was a little like that. Where's the Brazilian wax? It's from wax from Brazil. There was things...
Okay.
We got a lot of show
it
phrases.
It was just hilarious.
Like she said something one time on the air, and I've said it a million times ever since. You ever heard me say Lord and Behold?
Yeah.
Instead of Lo and Behold? Yes. I say Lord and Behold because that's what she thought it was.
Wait,
Lord and Behold.
That's where we got show archive. She would say it's in our archives.
It's in the archives.
So now it's adopted.
I think I like GN.
It was great. But so we used to do a thing called Are You Smarter Than GN, where we'd ask trivia questions and stuff. And you know what we could do? I don't have any audio to play because that's how long ago it was. But we can create new audio, Sonia. I can quiz our GN Zier, Peyton Whitmore. Let's see what she says. Okay? So let's see.
Okay.
I have trivia questions. Peyton, are you ready?
Yeah.
Who is the pop star known as the Queen of Pop who had hits like a Virgin, Material Girl?
Oh, Madonna.
Yes, that's right. Which band released the iconic album Nevermind in 1991 featuring the hit single Smells Like Teen Spirit?
Smells Like Teen Spirit. Megan Fox.
No, not Megan Fox. I think you actually have a T-shirt of theirs.
Smells Like Teen Spirit. Taylor Swift?
No, keep going.
SZA.
Band.
No.
A band. A band.
Peyton does have this T-shirt, right?
A band. Do I wear it often?
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
Nirvana.
maybe.
Yes, Nirvana.
I don't think I have a Nirvana shirt.
I don't think you do either.
Yes, you do. Did we have this whole?
We
have this whole argument.
Soundgarden.
I know, but we've done this before with you saying you didn't have the shirt, and then you did.
I don't think I have a Nirvana shirt. Check me on that.
And then we would ask GN like political questions, like who the Secretary of State was, which I don't even know right now.
Well, I remember it was Condoleezza Rice, and she said Omarosa.
No,
Rice.
she said Condoleezza Wright.
Oh, I thought she said Omarosa Wright.
Oh, she might have said Omarosa.
She was combining the TV reality star.
See, that's way back then when Donald Trump was a TV host.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he wasn't president yet. Now that there's politics everywhere, we don't even get to politics.
Wow, Sonia.
Anyway, Sonia, you gave us so maybe we start a new bit. Maybe tomorrow we'll start out you smarter than a Gen Zer.
Okay, yeah, that's fun. I have a lot of GN moments, so I was like, man, I need to get these guys to believe me because they're like, you're just making this up.
No,
you're totally right. You were totally an Ridge listener.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you responding to my DM. They didn't think you were going to respond, so I was like, well, he did, and I did a screenshot and I sent it to my crew, and they're like, what the heck? He did answer. And then Nick sent me a text in the evening, and I was like, look at this, guys. It's evidence.
Yep. I try to answer as many DMs as I can. It just takes me some time. So thank you, Sonia.
Well, I appreciate it, and I love you guys, and you have an awesome show, and I will continue to listen.
Love you, Sonia. Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.
Not only do you need to know if they're cheating, you deserve to know the truth. War of the Roses, right now, with John, Jay, and Rich.
104.7 KISS FM, it's John, Jay, and Rich. It's time for War of the Roses. Rebecca, good morning.
Good morning.
So we want to hear about this relationship you're in. We want to hear why you think the person's cheating on you, and then we're going to call them up and see who they send flowers to. Sound like a fair deal?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, what happened?
Okay, so it's my husband that I'm concerned about. And we've only been married for a little over a year. And I've been cheated on before, okay? So I was cheated on in college by my boyfriend at that time. And so, I have trust issues. And so I usually have access, and I know this sounds crazy, but I usually have access to my man's account, okay? Like Snapchat, like those kinds of things, right? And my husband has not used Snapchat in quite a long while, as far as I know. But the other day, I got an email with a code to access his old Snapchat. So I'm just concerned because why is he bringing Snap back? I don't use Snapchat. He's not doing it to communicate with me. So who's he using it to communicate with?
Does he snap with his buddies at all?
I mean, not to my knowledge. I mean, he hasn't for the entire time we've been together. We were engaged for a year and a half, I think, and, before we got married. So, for that entire time, I think he snapped a little, maybe when we were dating, but, he has not been accessing it. His friends message him on Instagram and stuff like that.
That's super odd, especially because I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 25. My boyfriend's about to be 27. And we don't use Snapchat like that ever. I know a lot of kids in high school are. So that would be a red flag for me is why are you even downloading Snapchat? Because that's exactly like how you're feeling. We don't even use that app. My thing would
we're
be
in our late 20s as well. So it's we don't use that.
Snapchat deletes the messages once you open them up. That is so suspect to me.
I'm bringing Snapchat back.
Oh my gosh.
All those other apps. I'm bringing Snapchat back. Take it to the bridge.
Don't people hack into emails though and do try to get into your info and get your stuff? Could it be a hacker?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
A hacker trying to log into his Snap?
Totally. I know I have trust issues, but I get it. But my gut is really telling me that's not the thing. I think that's a great... I hope it's that.
Okay, well, let's get him on the phone and see who sends the flowers to, okay? What's his name?
His name is Dakota.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi there. I'm looking for Dakota.
Speaking.
This is great news for you, Dakota. Hi, I know you're like, who is this? This is random. Good morning. My name is Kennedy. I'm with a new company. We're called J&R Flowers. And you've actually been chosen to be one of our social media micro-influencers. Basically, what this means for you is you get to send our most romantic bouquet of roses to whoever you want this time of year. It makes it extra special coming from you on a random day. And it's totally free. All we kind of ask in return is that you just post about J&R Flowers on whichever social media you use the most.
Sure. Do you need? I mean, I'm not gonna give you my credit card.
No, I don't need any of that. No, I definitely don't need any of that. In fact, the only thing I'll actually need from you is we will send the roses out with a nice little card, and that will be basically from you. So really, all I need is whatever you want me to write on the card, and then we can actually get them sent out today. And like I said, it's kind of a marketing thing for us, so we just hope that you post about us.
It sounds easy enough. Why not?
Yeah. Social media is all the rage, right? Okay, so like I said, I have that card ready. Just give me the message you want, and we can talk like name and address and get them sent out.
Sure. Message should just say "Forever can't come soon enough."
That is sweet. Forever can't come soon enough. And so you want like a love Dakota?
Yeah. I love Dakota's good.
And then who do you want me to address it to?
You'll send that to Jesse.
Who the heck is Jesse, Dakota? Dakota?
Hello?
This is your wife speaking.
Oh.
Who the hell is Jesse, Dakota?
Oh.
Is
Come
this why
on,
you signed
babe.
back into Snap?
No, babe, listen. It's...
No, do not babe me. Who the heck is Jesse?
What is this? What are you... What
Oh
is
my
this?
God, I can't even with you. I knew it. I knew something was going on. Oh my gosh.
No.
I can't believe
Listen,
you're
it's not a big deal.
stupid.
We,
You didn't think
we've been
I'd
hanging
find
out
out?
at work. No, we've been
Oh,
hanging
yeah,
out
you've
at
been
work.
hanging
Please,
out
please,
at work?
please, listen.
Why would you be sending
Yes.
her flowers that say love Dakota? I'm not an idiot, Dakota. You
Hey,
clearly are.
Dakota, you're on the air. You're on the John
Oh
J.
my
Rich
God, I
radio
can't
show.
believe this.
You're on the
What?
radio. You're on the radio.
Look, you're
We're
caught
on the
cheating
radio
on the
right now. You
radio.
felt like... Oh, my God. Listen, I'm
Yes.
sorry. I'm
Suck
really
donut.
sorry.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm sure you're sorry. Well, you can be sorry when I take your ass for everything with this divorce, okay? How about that, Dakota?
No. Listen.
You like that car of yours? Guess what? It's
We have a-
mine.
Dakota,
We hung out-
is there an explanation that you're trying to get out that she's not letting you
No
say?
explanation.
What else is
I
yours?
messed up. Like
You
I
like those
guess-
shoes? They're mine. You like
Take 'em,
those
girl, take
jeans
'em.
you wear?
Take 'em
They're
all.
mine.
Take 'em.
Get the house.
I'm taking everything.
Get the
I'm
dog.
going to hire the best lawyer in this darn town, and I'm going to take you for every red cent, you lying, cheating son of a...
Son of a... I appreciate your
I
lack of
actually like
cussing.
that one.
I know.
Yeah.
I have to use that.
But like forever can't come soon enough is pretty. It's
That
pretty
sounds like
telling.
it's something
That's
serious.
intense.
Yeah.
And he said
Something
love.
we say.
He said
It's
love
like not even
Dakota. This isn't just hanging out, you...
We hung out one time. Like it's not a
Then
big
why would
deal.
you send her
so you're
flowers?
sending her roses after hanging out
Because
one time?
she's-
Really?
Well,
Okay,
she's,
well, I made a mistake. Like, can we just talk about it? We're not going to throw away our marriage over me making one stupid mistake.
we can talk about it over a conference table when our lawyers are present. That's the next time I'm talking to you. Guess what? All of your is going outside the door right now. How do you feel about that, Dakota?
Good for you.
I need you to
I
just...
got
I
the
need you to
email,
calm down.
Dakota.
No.
I got the email for the code for your stupid Snapchat.
It's nothing about
You're an
Snapchat. I
idiot.
met her. She's
Oh,
someone I
you're
work
not
with.
snapping her? You're not snapping this
Look,
Jesse person?
Can we just talk? Can we just please talk? Can we talk?
We can talk across a conference table when my lawyer calls yours. How about that?
Okay.
That's
A
what I'm
lot of
gonna talk
therapy
to you
right
about.
And
here.
that's where we step out here.
Yeah.
We step out
That
as
is
a
a
radio
lot.
show and let you guys handle your marriage or your breakup or something. But
happy holidays.
thank you for going on the radio with us. Rebecca, sorry that it ended
Yeah.
this way, but you had a
that's
vibe. You had a
brutal.
vibe.
Yeah.
You trusted your gut.
All right. Dakota, thanks
Thank
for jumping.
you for giving me the truth. I appreciate you
You're
guys.
welcome. The
got
truth.
you.
That's what we do here. The truth. Dakota, thanks for jumping on the air with us.
I mean...
That's you said enough. All right. It's War of the Roses. John, Jane, Rich. Text us. Text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893, and we could call you back because that's what happened. Nicole sent us a text about her crazy ex. What do you got, Nicole?
So I was dating this one guy for a while, and he was obsessed with my toes, like always changing the colors and everything. So I'm like, okay, fine. His sister owned a salon, so he was adamant we go there. I thought, hey, like supporting each other's businesses or whatever. So he would take me all the time, and he would never let me go to his house. So I was like, when I'm here, like, we got to go to your house. He was going. He goes, fine, just stay out of my room. Well, when he was in the shower, I went in his room, and I found a jar of my toenail clippings on his dresser.
Ew.
That is so gross. I hope you confronted him.
No, I just left and never came back
How do you know they were your toenail clippings?
because it said my name.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
So you had
that's
like
creepy.
different jars with a piece of tape on it and your name on it?
Like labeled it.
Yes.
Ew. I mean, the creepy thing would be when she finds the rest of the jars, right?
Yeah, yeah. All the different people.
He did say stay out of his room.
So he worked, you think he worked in conjunction with his sister so you would get the pedicure and she would save your toenail clippings?
Yeah, she would save them for him.
Yeah, she's creepy too. Then
She's a good sister, though.
No.
What she's doing is creepy, but she's like helping her brother or whatever. Like, yeah, okay, that's weird, but whatever. You know?
No, I don't.
And then she gets rid of the bodies at the crematory.
I think Peyton brought it up. There's got to be some witchcraft involved in that.
Yeah,
that
like they're
trying to do,
making
like, a love
potions
spell.
or something, because why would you need somebody else's toenails?
I hope not. It's not. Put that on me, please.
Gross. I hope you're all right.
Yes, I'm fine.
Good.
Never looked back. Blocked them on everything. So I'm perfectly fine right now.
Okay, good.
Okay, well, thank you, Nicole. Thanks for sharing that story.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
So we got these trips to San Diego we're giving away, right? And we're doing it every day, a couple different ways. You tell us a true story, and if it gets anyone on the show to say wow, even whoa, you win, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to turn off my microphone because I say that a lot.
Sometimes it's really hard.
You turning off your microphone? Wow. You win, Rich.
Thank you.
Wow. 877-937-1047. Haley, good morning. Make us say wow.
All right. Good morning, you guys. So when I was about 13, I was on my bicycle and I crashed and I knocked out all of my front teeth. My parents came, they took me up to an oral surgeon's office. I didn't have any teeth. A couple hours later, their friends went back to where I crashed on my bike and they found my teeth in the road, brought them to the oral surgeon's office, and he sewed my front teeth back in, and I was able to keep my teeth.
Thank goodness you have such good friends.
I want to play a different game.
I know.
I want to play nah. I feel like that's a response. Nah.
No, I'm saying how, not the W word. How did they stay in there? You'd think that once they broke out, that would be it.
Well, they didn't actually break. The whole entire teeth came out, so the root and all. And he was able to put 2 out of 3 back in, so I got to keep 2 out of 3, and I still have them to this day.
Nah.
That's crazy.
Okay, hold on.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, 877-937-1047. Make us say wow and you win. Zach, make us say wow and you win.
Hey, so 7 years ago, my wife and I split up, and we have a son. And fast forward about 5 years ago, met this girl. She's dope. She's now my girlfriend. And when we first got together, she had just started adopting her nephew. His mom passed when he was 5, and his dad's no longer in the picture. So we have a little just add water family, we call it. And we bought a house almost 2 years ago, me and my girlfriend. Now, my son's mom and I, we have not officially divorced, just because paperwork's a pain, but it was mostly amicable. But for the last year, she's been living with us. So my wife lives with my girlfriend and I in our house, and we're not together. It's not that poly thing. It's just the parents outnumber the children, and it's a really sweet setup. So my wife and girlfriend all live in the same house with me.
Okay, but are you intimate with both of them?
I don't have Instagram, but yeah, we're all on good terms. We all
No. I said, are you intimate? Are you intimate with both of them?
Oh. Nope, just my girlfriend.
Okay. All right, hold on.
I
Zach.
wish. I'm always trying, but
I'm always trying. Hold on. I'm seeing the phones ringing, and I'm seeing the subject line of some of these, and just reading, like Grant's putting through, like the person's name and kind of the short version of what their story is, and it's kind of like just reading the storyline. I'm like, whoa, right? Just reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
It's about that delivery, though, too.
Huh?
Said it's all about that delivery, though,
in the
too.
wow story, right? Yeah. 877-937-1047. Make us say wow. If you do, you're going to San Diego. Your calls are next. Trips to San Diego. We got them. We got lots of them. We're going to do one every day, maybe 2 tomorrow. Maybe. 877-937-1047. Make us say wow, and you could win. Aaron, what's your story?
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, so my husband and I have been together for almost 25 years next month, and we recently just found out that he has a 24-year-old son who will be 25 in November.
So that means that he was with somebody after you guys were together.
No, because we were together in July, and this kid was born in November. So the kid was born 4 months into our relationship.
Oh.
So the kid this November will be 25. And not only that, he has a baby. So that makes me, I guess, because it's not my kid, so kind of like a grandma by marriage.
You're way too young for that.
Okay, hold on line, Aaron. Aaron, hold on line.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I want to put him on hold before we can say W-O-W.
For sure.
Allie, make us say wow and you win, Allie.
Hi.
Hi.
So almost 16 years ago, I was wrongfully convicted of a crime that I didn't commit. I was chosen out of a lineup. 2 years later, they found out who actually convicted it. Actually did the conviction, and they were supposed to release me, never did. 2019, I found all this out. During the pandemic, I went back to school, and I got my associates in paralegal, and I go to ASU now, married, 2 healthy kids, and now I work for a nonprofit trying to help young women who were wrongfully convicted, because even after 16 years, I'm trying to get this conviction off my record because it's haunted me for so long.
But you were wrongfully convicted for what?
For selling fraudulent tickets for a group called Rush. I don't know who they are. And these 2 gentlemen picked me out of a lineup saying that I was like 6 feet, crooked teeth. I'm only 5 feet, so yeah.
But do you have crooked teeth?
I do not. Okay. I have a gap in my teeth, but still.
Did you do any time?
Yeah. I did 2.5 years trying to fight it, and I was sentenced to prison. And when they found the girl that was actually doing the crime, the DA was supposed to release me, but they never did.
How rude.
So you went to prison?
Yeah, I did.
For selling fake Rush tickets?
Correct.
That's such a weird...
I know.
I totally believe her, because who would make that up?
Yes, it's so random.
I mean, Taylor Swift tickets I get.
Yeah.
Little trio from Canada.
You know what's funny is I took 2 of my friends to that concert.
You did?
I did. I took them to that concert. They wanted to meet the band. So I took them backstage. They took pictures of the band, and then I left. And they're like, why are you leaving? I go, I don't care about this band. And I didn't realize people are like, you're doing prison time for that.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I almost just said it. I almost...
Let's see if we get caught up in these conversations. With the follow-up
that's how it happens. That's how it happens, Allie. Hold on, okay, Allie? Don't hang up. Hold on. Mia, make us say wow and you win.
I've got some crazy stories right after my dad passed away. Immediately after his funeral, at the viewing in the morning where we had just family there, it was just my sister's family, myself, my family, and my mom. And we were just standing there with him. My niece walked in, and my dad loved his scratcher tickets. So my niece walked in and she brought some scratcher tickets with a coin, and I said, should we send it with him? And we all kind of looked at each other and smiled, and we hid it in his coat pocket. And then nobody knew about that. We went to the cemetery, had the funeral, went back to the luncheon, and my sister received a text message from her friend who she had some classes with in college. And the text message read, "Hope all is well. Thinking of you and your family. I had a weird thought about seeing your dad. And he said he has something you gave him in his front shirt pocket. It was weird that I thought that, and I don't know what it means, but I thought I would share. He had a big smile on his face, too, and was in a plaid brown and cream-colored shirt. Love you, and we'll talk soon."
Okay. Very interesting. Mia, hold on a second. Hold on.
Lots of connections there.
Hold on. Yeah. Pick up Allie again. Allie.
I'm here.
Wouldn't this make national news, big news, that you get convicted for 16 years? You were in prison for 16 years for selling fake Rush tickets? Isn't that a big deal?
You know, it is. And I've been trying to get this overturned, but it's so hard to in the state of California if you don't have the right money for an attorney. So I'm trying to do it all on my own.
It's so fascinating to me. You know what I mean? Like, I would just think it's stupid. And you don't even know, like, why do they pick you up in a lineup? Did you have a rap sheet already?
No, so it was just the description and the area that I lived in.
If you're just walking down the street and the cops pull you over and say, we need you for something?
No, so they actually get your ID picture and it goes into the data system, and that's how they do a paper lineup, I guess.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that you get arrested for fraud for selling fake Rush tickets and you don't even know the band Rush.
You're like, something called Rush.
Something called Rush. Never heard of them before.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, Allie, thank you for calling our show.
Thank you.
I say we give her a wow. I think that's a wow, Allie.
Thank you, guys.
So you get the ticket. You're going to go to SeaWorld.
Wow. That's insane. Wow.
Yeah. So you're going to SeaWorld. You're going to San Diego. What'd you say? What?
No, crack it up because I can literally see Kyle and Peyton biting the inside of their cheeks so they don't say wow.
We're trying so hard not to say wow, but then it's like, we're at the wow.
Yeah.
Do we say it?
I don't want to be the person to do it.
She did prison for something she didn't even do.
Yeah, that's some hard time.
That's nuts. It's just crazy. I want to freely say wow, 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 and wow. It's just so crazy. All right, Allie, hold on the line. Hold on. We'll set you up.
Okay.
What'd you do?
I was trying to help humanity by, making a future couple of happiness, but that is not my strong suit. In fact, I was thinking about this. I don't know that I've ever set up any couples that have stayed together. Not even once that I can think of. Now, I have introduced people to like business people. I'm like, here's a good hookup for you. And they've gone together and they've launched businesses. But now I have a secret weapon, and that is my wife, Stacy, who is really good at this kind of stuff. And she has matched up people. So Stacy and I are at dinner, and one of my friends who's a single guy saw us. He was at the happy hour, finishing up happy hour, and he walked over from the bar and sat down at our table while we're having dinner and starts asking Stacy, do you know anybody that you can hook me up with? And so she kind of, eyeballs him a little bit, and then he leaves and he wanders off. She's like, well, before I set him up with anybody, you got to tell me what's he like. And I'm like, he's a nice guy. I've known him for years. He's quiet, but he's a great guy. So she thinks of her friend to set him up. Her name is Amy. So Tom, we set up with Amy. And we meet them for happy hour, and they really hit it off. They hit it off so fast that they leave us at happy hour and go wander off by themselves. So they're good. And then I had heard that there was some smoochage that night, and I heard that there were more dates after that, and I didn't follow up until Stacy's like, well, you sure know how to pick them. You got a weirdo. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought Tom and Amy were like dating. She's like, apparently he is a nudist and like answers his door in the nude, drinks coffee in the nude, does not like to have clothes on. She's like, it's morning. We got to put on some pants here, but he doesn't want to do that. And they broke up because he will not put on clothes.
I mean, I do think if you're setting someone up, that should be information you should know and share ahead of time.
How would I know that he was in there? How would I know? I saw him like, our kids went to school together. I saw him at school stuff. Totally fine to talk to. And I'm just wondering, like, what kind of person is like, I like you, we're dating, but I will not put on clothes to save this relationship.
When did she break up with him?
Like a few weeks ago.
It's too bad, because you know what this week is?
What is this week?
Get this. This week is Nude Recreation Week.
Hey, do you know this is Nude Recreation Week? Did you know that? Here's my question. How does that work with bowling? Do you still have to wear the shoes? How does that work if you go?
Did he take her bowling?
It is National Nude Recreation Week. That's right. It is Nude Recreation Week, also known as Put a Towel Down Before You Sit Week.
So I guess that's a deal breaker. If you don't put on clothes, then maybe she's out.
Well, here's the thing, too. She must have slept with him, right?
And then maybe
she wakes up and she gets dressed to have coffee and he's just walking around naked.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be weird. I think it'd be weird if I did it right now with my wife. Like if I'm just walking around naked.
The confidence to just walk around naked like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that you're at the house all day, and then you're coming over to visit your boyfriend, and he answers the door naked.
No.
Like a lot.
No thanks.
I don't know. I guess she didn't like him that much.
Peyton, you would like that?
I don't know. I don't know if I would like that. I think confidence is a very attractive thing, and I think if you can walk around nude all the time, then you're probably a really confident person.
I mean, he looks good in clothes. I can tell you that. He looks like he works out a lot.
Does he have BDE?
I imagine so.
Because if you have that, you can walk around naked.
Why would you do that? And unless you had that,
if I had that, I'd be naked at the gym all the time, and everywhere. I'd just be like, "Oh, sorry, man." Yeah.
But the last I heard, he called and asked if I start putting on clothes, could we get back together?
Really?
Oh my gosh,
and
really?
Apparently, she is considering it.
Is that much of a deal? Like he calls himself a nudist? Like he says, "I'm a nudist."
He likes to be naked all the time. He is a nudist.
Like, why does he have to consider that so much?
Yeah, I don't know. That is confusing to me too. The whole thing's confusing.
I guess I'll put on clothes. Yeah,
and
just
I
put
think
them on.
you should say that on your first date if that's your jam, shouldn't you? Like if you're in the pickleball, you would tell people you were in the pickleball. If you were a vegan, you would tell people you're a vegan.
Yeah, I'm sure in the first couple dates you go like, so what are you into?
Right.
Being naked should have been on the list.
But if you're cruising around the apartment complex with no chonies, that you should tell people that's coming.
What if you're a woman nudist? Is it different?
What's that?
If you're a woman nudist, is that different?
Well, how do you mean?
It wouldn't bother me. I'd be like, oh, you're a nudist? Fantastic.
I don't know. I think there's certain things that you want to see people like food around food. You should, like, you're frying up your morning bacon naked. That's just dangerous.
That's the best. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You're
you like
wrong
that?
right there.
Hey, why do you hate milk?
I don't know. There's just something about cow's milk specifically that just grosses me out. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. I think I watched a video like a couple years back where I was like, yeah, no, I'm out on dairy and milk forever. Not dairy, but milk, cow dairy milk. Anyway, okay, so I went to Starbucks the other day and I wanted to switch up my order. And I saw on my Starbucks, it said that the iced caramel macchiato was the favorite for that store. So I was like, okay, I'm going to switch things up and be a little coffee girly and get me an iced caramel macchiato. So it wasn't until halfway through my iced caramel macchiato that I noticed I didn't substitute for almond milk. And I was like, wait, this caramel macchiato is delicious. So I finished it and I was like, okay, I think my stomach hurts. I kind of have like a stomach ache for drinking cow's milk, but whatever. So fast forward to like 3 days later and I want Starbucks again. I want the same drink, but I'm like, okay, sub for almond milk. You guys, this drink was the most disgusting drink I've ever had in my entire life. And so I was like, maybe like it was just made not the right way and maybe I'm tripping, whatever. So then like 2 days later, I go back to Starbucks and I get an iced caramel macchiato sub almond milk. It was gross again. And I was like, no, this can't be right. So then like 3 days later, I'm like, we're going to try this again. So I go to Starbucks. I get the iced caramel macchiato, no sub for almond milk, just how it is. Y'all, it was the best drink I've ever had in my life. So now I'm going through this thing where I'm like, do I like cow's milk? I feel like my personality is changing.
Who am I?
No, seriously. I like went home and I told Kadeem, I was like, this is real milk.
Dude.
But I can't see myself eating like a bowl of cereal with cow's
milk is so good. It tastes so good with cereal.
It's really cold.
It's
2%.
next level. The thing is, I stopped drinking milk a long time ago before I had kids, and I went to almond milk because I read this thing or I saw this thing, and it was like, well, who drinks cow's milk? A baby cow, a calf. A baby calf goes from being born to 1,000 pounds in a year. Doing what? Drinking the mom's milk. So I was like, a human shouldn't be drinking that. This is just all in my own mind. So I started drinking almond milk. Every once in a while, just like you, it slips in. It is so good with cereal. It is so delicious. And then I got congested. None of my kids, I actually think, because, I'm 6'4". My wife's like 5'7". And I think my kids are relatively small and I think it's because they didn't drink cow's milk growing up. They've only had almond milk. That's just my own, my own research.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I remember, do you remember when we had babies, I was like afraid. I was hoping we didn't have girls. Because I thought with my size, I'd have these giant, massive, ugly, redheaded girls.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, please, God, don't give me girls, give me boys. So I got boys, but they're petite. They're petite boys. I mean, Kemp's like 6 foot, 200 pounds.
Yeah, and Dutch is going to be tall, too.
He's like 6 foot, but I thought 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". I thought I'm 6'4". I'm taller than my dad. And I think it's because when I was growing up, my parents, they just gave me everything. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You'd go to Church's Fried Chicken. We go to Taco Bell. I get normal vitamin D milk. Vitamin D milk is fantastic. That's how they make ice cream.
I know.
Ice cream's amazing.
I tried to get like dairy-free ice cream most of the time.
It's not the same.
I just can't get down. Like
milk.
it's to the point where like if there's cereal and you only have cow's milk, I'll take water.
But you've just said how great the macchiato, just like what it does, it'll take your cereal to a whole new level.
Go there yet.
In your head.
The closest thing I can find to normal milk is almond milk that's 80% something. They put vanilla in it, and it's 80%. And that tastes close to, like when you get almond milk, what kind of almond milk do you get?
I get like skim, original, or vanilla. It depends on my...
Sugar-free vanilla?
I don't know.
You got to get the 80 calories
I don't look at that kind of stuff.
Well, it's on the bottom. It says really big, the number. It'll say 30, it says 40
I'll have
or
to
80.
find out and let you know.
What about coconut milk? Will you do coconut milk?
I've honestly never tried coconut milk, but
Like
I'm
in
sure
coffee,
I would.
that'd be pretty good because that's creamy.
Yeah, like coconut milk or like oat milk. Like I'm down to try all of those. It's just cow's milk grosses.
I went to this health convention. I was at a health convention like 3 weeks ago or something like that. And this girl, she wasn't the main speaker, but she gets up and she starts talking about raw milk. And she had a whole booth on raw milk and how great raw milk is. I don't know if that's controversial or not, but I remember asking my doctor, she was like, don't do it. There's all kinds of stuff in it.
Yeah.
But then these other people are saying how good it is for you. And I remember my sister's best friend grew up on a dairy, and they would always just get the milk right out of there and put it in the fridge and drink it.
Right.
And they said it was delicious.
There's like no preservatives or anything like that. Like I don't really know how the like cow world works like that, but like
Do you drink normal milk now or no?
I don't really drink milk,
kids?
but I'm not. But yeah, they do vitamin D milk.
God,
There's
so good.
regular milk.
They're going to be huge. Be ready. It's John Jay and Rich. We get to play a game, and you get to pick your ticket, pick your prizes. Hi, Amanda.
Yes, I'm ready.
Amanda.
Yes.
We're talking at the same time. Okay, so let's talk about your prize first. You get Sean Paul, Megan Trainor,
or Glass Animals.
Or Glass Animals.
Yeah. No Megan
I
Trainor.
didn't realize Megan Trainor was on the...
She's not.
Oh,
She's not. That's why.
Oh, I thought it's been Megan Trainor all week. We got rid of all those. Everyone picked them.
Everyone picked those.
Oh, so you get to pick your prize between Sean Paul or Glass Animals. Sorry.
I would have picked Megan Trainor.
Glass Animals.
Sorry.
yeah, they're still
Good.
valid.
Good choice.
It's like a magic trick, but you pick a card, but pick this one. Okay. All right, what are we playing?
Guys, we're playing Noise Machine today. Sound fun?
Yay.
Okay, cool. This is all about Planet of the Apes. Franchises with more than 4 films.
Oh, wow.
My goodness.
Is there multiple?
I'm going to play a noise from said film. You guess what that noise is from, okay?
Yep.
All right, we're going to start with John Jay.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
That is Indiana Jones, the Raiders of the Lost Ark franchise.
Correct.
Oh, that is actually from Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Indiana Jones franchise. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you know what? I would accept it either way.
Thank you.
So John Jay's officially on the board with 1 point. Rich?
You are a toy!
Toy Story.
Toy Story.
I thought it was from the Castaway franchise.
No, it's Toy Story, you silly Sally.
The Philadelphia franchise.
It's much darker.
I bet Philadelphia, too, would have been really sad.
Peyton.
I'm already rolling my eyes.
And one time at band camp?
And one time at American Pie.
American Pie. Peyton, 1
your
point.
face.
Officially. Why do you think I'm trying to? That was intentionally an easy one.
I don't believe you.
It's one of the most quoted movies of all time.
Is it really? I've never seen it.
Okay. Well.
Anyway.
Kyle.
That was really scary.
Oh, that's Donkey. So it's the Shrek franchise.
Shrek, yeah. Everybody on the board with 1 point. Amanda, the pressure is on.
For sure.
Good play for her again.
Good job,
Batman
Amanda.
is correct. Amanda with 1 point. My goodness. We're gonna raise the stakes for round 2, guys. Each question is worth dose points. John Jay.
I am your father. The Star Wars saga.
Ah, yes. We would have taken the Skywalker saga. Okay. Let's make sure we're clear here. Rick?
You tell me your name, I'll tell you mine.
I don't think so.
Scream.
Sounds like what I'm doing right now. Rich, 2 points in that round as well. How about we go to Peyton?
That is the SpongeBob franchise.
Do you need to hear it again? I think we'd probably hear it.
Dumb and Dumber.
No, I'm sorry.
SpongeBob.
Despicable
Three
Me.
movies in that franchise.
Despicable
no.
Me.
No.
What is
Anybody
that?
else have
No.
guesses?
Minions.
Man, no, so sorry, guys. Peyton, we were looking for Police Academy.
This pen, I'm about to throw it in the middle of your forehead.
How many police academies were there?
Can't believe 7.
Oh, wow. That is totally unnecessary.
Got it. Okay, well, I'm sorry, Peyton. Actually, you're going to get negative points for not even guessing.
Cool.
Kyle.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is correct. So, if Amanda can get this right, she's going to win the game.
Let me guess. Planet of the Apes.
She did!
All right. You're going to see glass animals, Amanda. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Hey, Peyton, congratulations. 2 years on the show.
Oh, thank you.
2 ears on the show.
I do have 2 ears on this show.
In fact, you know what? Can you play that ape clip again? I heard something else. Ape ho! Ape ho?
I heard April, low-key.
Ape home is what.
He's like yelling at this ape. Like he came home, this ape comes home, his wife's sleeping with somebody else. Ape ho!
What an ape ho.
And she's like, "You're damn right I am. That's what you're always at work all the time. You're never home."
In the movie.
Wow. All right. Ape ho. That's the movie number 7 from Planet
that's just in a suburban neighborhood. And his wife is sleeping with a neighbor.
They're all
Real
hanging
Apes
out,
of Beverly Hills.
hanging out at the lobby of the Global Ambassador.
It's a Bravo show now.
It's John Jay and Rich.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.